So I am hosting Christmas dinner this year. In fact, I pretty much host it every year. And my Christmas table looks kind of the same every year, so I kind of get tired of it. So I wanted to mix things up a little bit and make some different napkin rings, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money doing it. So let me show you, first of all, one of the things we're going to make. So a pom-pom just like this, and it is fun because this can become a napkin ring when you tie it around a napkin. And I'll pop in a picture here of it sitting on my table, but I just think these are so stinking cute. So I don't know about you, but making these by hand, like my own, like the way we used to do it, I think, didn't we used to like wrap it around our finger and then tie it, and then it's too tedious that way. But there is a fun little tool. It looks like this. And I got these on Amazon, and this is a pom-pom maker. They come in different sizes. Here's a different size. It's a little smaller. And I'll pop in some pictures here of the different sizes. I got mine on Amazon, but I know for a fact you can get these at JoAnn Fabrics. I checked actually this morning, and at my JoAnn Fabrics, they had them. So I'm assuming a lot of them will have it across the country. And I just wanted to show you guys a fun way to add a little color. So, and I'm going to show you at the end of this some different ways of using pom-poms to decorate your home, even beyond the holidays. So let me get into the how-to on how to make these. All right, the first thing you're going to do is choose what size pom-pom you want. The one I'm going to choose is this middle one here, the yellow one. So these can go to the side. Obviously, the bigger ones make bigger pom-poms. So I chose this yellow one. So I'm going to put that to the side. This has, it's kind of odd. These actually, everything moves. These open up to be like that, and then these open up this way. Let me get this out of the way so you guys can see that. And then this comes apart. So that's going to be understandable when I start showing you what it does. So the first thing you're going to do is to just open it up, and you're going to take your yarn. So I chose red, and that I'm doing a Christmas thing. So one little pro tip is if you get a skein of yarn, you want to take it from the middle, not from here and what they put aside for you. The reason is when I'm doing this, when I'm pulling it, it means this thing is going all over the place and it gets a little crazy. But if I pull it from the middle, it's just pulling from the middle and it's easier. So, okay, you're gonna start out, give yourself enough yarn and hold on to the yarn with your left finger or your right, depending on your righty or lefty. And the first wrap needs to go around that first one just to hold it in place. After that point, you don't really have to hold it. You're going to start going pretty tight, and you're going to go wrap around as closely as you can to the next piece of yarn. If you get a little bit space, like this is only for the first layer, like that. There's space in between. Just put your finger to hold it in place, and just take your nail or your nails and push it over. And please excuse my manicure or lack thereof. Okay, so you're going to keep wrapping it around until you get to the other end. Again, space, close it up. Trying to do this and see it and film at the same time. Not the easiest of things to do. Keep going around, and you're only going to close up the gap for the first layer. All right, now you're going to just go and just, again, what you want to do is as close, get some more yarn, as close to the previous round or yarn that you did as you can. But it's not a big deal, especially the bigger this gets. It's not a big deal if you don't do it right next to it. You can always get more with each layer. Okay, so I'm just going to keep wrapping and wrapping and wrapping until I have enough on my yarn. I'm going to just show you what it looks like all around. Okay, now, not enough. You need, that was 2 layers. Now I'm on my 3rd layer. One of the most important things is to keep it taut the entire time, like you want it to be nice and tight all the way around, and you want it to be next to each one. You don't want to have huge gaps in between. The hardest part is right here on the end, and just kind of overlap as much as you can. You don't want your yarn to get on the other side of this yellow part. You want it to be on the inside. It's very easy to get it to go over, but it's very easy to fix. Just unwrap it a little bit and put it back on. All right, that's not enough. I'm going to do another round, so over and back. You need to end at the end. So you need to have your yarn stop. In order to do the other side, you need it to be on this side, not the closest to the base. So that's why it'll be another layer. Okay, I'm going to end right there. I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to get it to go like on the other side of this, just to hold it in place. Hold it tight, and then close this. It's going to be tight because there's a lot of yarn on it. And then what you're going to do is open this side, and then take your yarn. It's going to come undone. It's going to look like it's coming undone, and go around it. See, that's how it's going to look. Then you're going to start wrapping and do the next layer. All right, I've done a couple layers, but you need to check at some point in here to make sure your left matches your right. So clearly I need to do a couple more layers, and a layer is twice, you know, up and back is another layer, so something like that. So I need to keep going. Okay, so they're matching. So I'm going to end on the side. I want to get this tucked back underneath here. Sometimes I put my nail in there and I end it inside the 2 feet. Then you're going to take it and close this so that they're very, very closed and tight. Take your scissors and go ahead and cut the end. And I know it might scare you at that point, but that's okay. What you're going to do is that point, cut another piece, or before you start, that's just a couple feet long. So you have that handy. Now you're going to take the end that is on the inside. So the feet are going down, and you're going to cut along this groove. So if you look at another one here, you'll see when it's closed, there's a groove. That's where you're going to be putting your yarn to close your pom-pom. But you need to cut the yarn in its place to make it so you have the groove. So get your very sharp scissors, and they need to be sharp, and just kind of start clipping. Okay, just make sure all of it's cut all the way through. Okay, looks good to me. If there's any pieces in there, I can get them later. Turn it over, not on this side, but on this side where the feet are going down. Take it and start clipping again. All right, so you just want to make sure there's no yarn. That's actually a loose piece right there. There's no yarn in the middle that isn't cut. And yep, I've got strands, that's okay. Now you're going to take your long piece and you're going to put that in the groove and put it through the middle of the feet, put it through the middle of the feet, and put it through the other side, the middle of the feet. And then what I do is I make sure that they are even at this point, so the ends are pretty much even. Then you're going to actually hold this tight, and I just kind of shimmy back and forth, pulling very hard so that all the yarn goes in the middle, and these are all going in tight into the middle. So just pull, 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 but don't break it. You're going to take your two ends, cross them, and then bring them back through the groove to the other side. And again, pull, 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 pull. So they should be pretty taut in there. And then what I do is I cross them again and I tie a knot. Much easier to do when I'm not filming. And I double knot it, because the last thing you want to do is to have it come undone. Okay, so it's in there. I don't know how even it's going to be because I was filming at the same time, makes it difficult. But what you're going to do is then open one side, and it's going to be a little bit hard, but it's okay, it'll come undone. Open the other side. Turn it over and open that side and that side. And then you're going to undo the middle, and it all comes undone. And then what I do is I shake it. Okay, and you have a very unsightly pom-pom, and that's completely normal. That shows you in the areas that I wasn't as tight, but it doesn't matter. It's very easy to fix it. Get your scissors again, and you're going to choose the area that is the most dense, and I would say that's here, and you're just going to cut to that level. And you're going to get yarn everywhere. Just be prepared. And just kind of like easily go around it. You can see it's already taking some shape. Shake it again, and just look to see areas that don't look as rounded and pretty as you would like. It's looking better. This makes a world of difference. It's pretty symmetrical. Don't go crazy. It's not meant to be completely perfect. And yes, you're going to get yarn everywhere, but that's okay. So I now have it done. Yay! So those pom-poms are made in about 10 minutes. They don't take that much time, 10-15 minutes. I made a ton of pom-poms, all different sizes, watching a 2.5 hour movie a couple days ago. So I do know that you can make these pretty quick. That's why I'm showing this video. I would have liked to have gotten it out sooner, but I didn't have time. Some other ways of doing it besides your napkin ring. I have a plain old pillow here. This is a fuzzy pillow I just got at Pier 1 Imports, and I thought this is just so pretty to put on my chairs in my living room, even obviously after the holidays. It's not any holiday pillow, but all I have to do is add some pom-poms on the corners, and I have a cute pillow. So all I did was use a safety pin, and I attached it with a safety pin, and then just tied these in a bow underneath it. And this is just gonna look so cute sitting on my chair down in my living room. Yay, I think these are cute. But I also could change out the colors. So I also made some gray pom-poms, and I'll just show you how they could look. All I'd have to do is add gray to this and do the same thing and add a different pop of color that way to make it fun. And this is kind of a thicker kind of yarn, a softer kind of yarn. So this is a really cute thing to add. You could change these out for each season. So this is just a fun little way to add a little pizzazz without costing a lot of money, which is always a good thing. So let me show you also another thing I've been making. Now this is not finished, so don't judge me. But I started it late. I haven't, this is a ton. This is not a last minute decision, so don't do last minute. This is gonna be up after the holidays because it's not really just a Christmas thing. So this is a wreath I made using pom-poms of all different sizes, and I just tied them in the back. So as you can see, that this will all be cut when I'm done. That's something I can add to my home and have it up all winter because it's kind of a snowball kind of look. So that's fun. So I hope you guys like this quick little DIY. I'm hoping to do a little bit more of DIY projects throughout next year. If you like these kind of videos, please give me a thumbs up and let me know below in the comments that you like it. And I will see you in the next video. God bless.